the shop this morning. Saturday morning, get something done. Got a new master cylinder under my arm. Been talking about for a little bit. Got my gauges in last night. Got to tune a few of them. Hopefully that that works out. I'm excited today because I think I will be able to at least drive this truck a little bit down the road. Kind of a test. So I'm gonna put in a couple of cinders. I'm gonna put in a oil pressure cinder. I gotta hook the GPS up. I forgot to hook it up last night. So I got a speedometer. Tach is all over the place, so I gotta figure out, definitely off on it. So I'll have to look at the settings, see what I gotta do with it. So a lot to do, but it's hopefully time to get it all done. So that old rusty thing right there should be replaced today. I've been reading a little bit on these slant sixes. I'm just, the more I read and the more I look at them, the more I think, God, this would be just a cool build to keep that slant six and kind of modernize it. And the things run forever. I know the 170 was probably the you got to figure out which one I have. I'm assuming I probably have a 225, but you never can tell until I get in there and figure out. I think that's the longer bypass hose, so it's got the taller deck, but I don't know. Anybody has an actual measurement on the bypass hose length? I mean, that's the biggest tell from what I've been told. So, all right. So, get these gauges finished up this morning. Transfer into getting this master cylinder put on. Finish up a little bit of wiring. Tuck up the wires in the back, and I guess I need a seat. So seat might be my biggest holdup. I don't know. I've got a bucket. I can probably sit in it at least to be able to move around a little bit, but I can bolt the original back in, and I think I can come up with something to cover it. So, all right, I'll catch you up here in just a minute once I get this gauge, figure out what I got to do to it. But I do like the looks of it. Yeah, I think the gray. Yeah, I dig those gauges. Let's see. So I'm running. Looks like all my gauges are all working. That voltmeter is way up there though. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. That might be a little hot. Might need to so gauges, truck's running right now. Put the big door open. I'll shut it off here in a minute. Everything seems to be in order. All my gauges, like I said, everything's working. Engine's up to temp. And seems to be going up past it, so she might be overheating a bit, but again, I don't have the cinder that came with this gauge, so might be off for that reason. So I'm gonna have to check on that. Fuel works. Voltmeter is a little high. Fuel says half tank. Again, I'm not using that cinder. Oil pressure, I am using the cinder that came with the gauge, so that should be pretty accurate. Around 50 psi. That's pretty good oil pressure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting on about 190 right now. I don't know. It's not really overheating, so it might be about good. today is I'd really like to check out, see if that speedometer works. But to do that, I've got to get these brakes better. So, moving on to the master cylinder. Get this bitch bled and this truck shut off. That's a little better. So, truck is running. Air it out in here a little bit and get out of here for a few minutes. Get the doors open, but it still gets pretty thick. So, truck is coming right along, man. I think brake lights. I think the theme for the day is brakes. Bleed them. Get them working right. Get lights. And then we're going to put a seat of some kind in this thing. Now, whether or not I go out and buy a mattress pad and make my own, or I chop that thing there up and use it, is yet to be seen. But some way or another, this weekend, this truck will see the road. And I am damn excited about it. Get my grounds in a better spot, but run those off. That was temporary to verify. Temperature sender, I might replace it. I've got the other one, but I don't know. If that one seems to be okay, I'm gonna leave it. Master cylinder. Today we have brakes. All right, so brakes. I have brakes. They're bled. New master cylinder. Seem to pump up, holding good. Double check it again right here. Oh yeah, nice. Actually got brakes. I don't know, most of you understand this or not, but that's kind of an important thing. So a little bit of cleanup with some wiring. We have a brake switch wired up, and we're gonna start on the seat, because it's a place to sit when I'm driving down the road. It's gonna be important. So, went to Hobby Lobby and spent a little bit of money to get padding for this seat, so we'll see if it all works out. Same stuff they'll use a lot of homes and outdoor furniture, but it was still cheaper than having it reupholstered and all that good stuff. So I'll do my best with it, make it look good, go from there. Comfortable to sit in is the big thing right now. But if I can get that in, we'll be ready for a test drive. I need something to do with that tire though, I guess. Alright, so again, brakes are in it. Master cylinder seems to be pumped up, holds good. We got brakes. May see about getting a little bit more clutch bleeding before I take off on the road, but it don't feel too bad. I mean, it's all the way at the end of the pedal and it's pretty positive, so it seems to do okay. Short of that, it's clean up and finish my wiring harness. So, all right, getting there. Okay, what's going on with this camera today? Definitely freaking out. So, I've cleaned up the floorboards. Now, I want you to know this is absolutely not a finished floorboard. It's not complete. I'm cleaning it up, knocked off the rust, put some reformer on it to mitigate what's there. This in no way, shape, form, or fashion is a completed part, but considering that this is a budget build and I am going to drive this truck, the floorboards will come later. definitely need to be replaced. Mount seemed to be all right. As long as I can get everything that is there mitigated and hold off, I can start driving the truck perfectly safe. But putting a little bit of rust reformer, spraying some paint to make it look a little better on camera so everybody can see what's going on with the truck. However, this is not in any way, shape, form, or fashion the correct way to do this. This is me doing a quick save it for later, try and freeze what I have, and then go back to it and do it correctly. So I know it's always better to do it once and do it right. In the budget world, that's not always going to be easily done. You know, this truck may transform multiple times throughout its life. The first one is stop the rust. The second one is fix the rust. So right now, again, not the right way to do it, but to make it look a little better on camera, put a little spray paint on it, some rust reformer to stop what's there. So you can kind of see what I am doing here. Turn off the music and have it. All right, so just got a small amount of wiring here. So kind of see right there, that one purple wire I got to shorten. Everything else is starting to look pretty good. And again, this is not the correct way, but it does look better on camera. And I'm gonna put the seats in it and drive it and put some kind of a floorboard or carpet or whatever I'm gonna put in it for now. Probably some kind of a rubber mat. I'll seal it up even better. Get on the bottom side and seal that again. Once I get a point where I can, we will replace the floorboards. Probably have a piece cut for my gauges. Set a few more wires. Got to figure out what I'm gonna do with that turn signal. Still hate that thing, but I've bitched about it enough. So, still hate it, but probably gonna use it for now. Horn. I gotta come up with a horn. The tail lights are all wired up now. So I do have brake lights, tail lights, turn signals, flashers. One thing I still need to wire up is going to be the running lights up front, or the turn signals up front. I'm not going to use those for running lights. I've got my halos for that. So again, things starting to come together. I know I'm kind of all over the place at times, especially when you look at that. But it's getting there, for sure. And I still feel like tomorrow I will be able to drive this thing. So, see how that rolls. Basically, that's it for tonight. Daughter's got a birthday party. I was making a joke earlier. One of her most adult things ever is she gets to throw herself a birthday party. So, happy birthday to her. And hopefully we have a good night there.